A Chinemerem Anunobi production.
Hi, what's up to whoever this may find? Welcome to the channel. It's my first ever YouTube video, so please bear with me because I barely know what I'm doing, but give me Bob. For starters, my name is Chinemram. A lot of people call me Chini. 99% of people call me Chini for short. I'm based in Brampton, Ontario. And for those of you that may be outside of Canada, that's in Canada. I live with my parents. I proudly live with my parents. I essentially started this YouTube channel because why not, you only live once, and I was actually really excited to film this. If you were just like stalking me, like you would have seen the excitement I had to make this video. Yeah, I've always wanted to, I didn't always want to do this, but recently I just wanted to start YouTube because I've been consuming so much, I might as well create something, voila, we have a video being created. I essentially started this video because I have a pretty interesting story to tell with how the school works. It's very strange. Let's cut to the chase. For context, I went to Western University, which is in London, Ontario, again, in Canada. I studied kinesiology over there with the hopes of being a physiotherapist when I'm older. For those of you outside of Canada, it is to become a professional, like any kind of professional, it's like insane. It's stupid. Canada claims they need more healthcare professionals, but they do nothing to make that possible. It's really competitive. It's stupidly competitive to get into physio schools over here, but I thought I had a shot.
I think sometimes in the life I'm too competitive, it's good to be competitive on the field, but sometimes in the life you don't need to be like this. And me, I always want to show that I'm better, or I'm the best, I can win, I can do things, but in the life you don't need every time to do this type of thing, so I can calm a little bit about it.
So back to the context, I studied for 4 years, but I took an extra year, so a 5th year, to boost my GPA because, again, it's so competitive to get into schools over here. Everything was smooth sailing. Like I was acing my courses. I was doing well, and it looked like I was on track to be competitive for these physio schools. But lo and behold, niggas kind of shit, bro. My last ever exam, my last ever exam, I was writing it, and okay, this is where it was my fault. So I was kind of in a rush. I was on time for the exam, but I was kind of in a rush because I just wanted to eat before my exam, and that put me like, instead of being 15 minutes early, I was like maybe 5 minutes early. And because of that, I was in a rush. I put everything away besides my phone. I know, it was so stupid. Basically 30 minutes into the exam, my phone alarm goes off. At the time, I didn't really think that much of it until a couple days after the exam. I get an email saying a phone found during the exam, and I just want to ask you a couple of questions to figure out what happened. I answered the questions as honestly as possible. Big mistake. A couple of days after that email, I get another email saying, you're getting a 0 for the exam. I was like, what the fuck? This can't be. What did I do? And yeah, I tried to fight it because I actually thought it was BS. I had zero intention of cheating, and I didn't cheat. Like I wasn't on my phone when they saw me, and it was just in my pocket, and my phone alarm just happened to go off. To be honest, the whole situation is my fault. Like I take accountability for it. It's just the lack of empathy and the lack of like understanding is where I get upset. But I did sign, I guess, a sheet or an exam that says like if you're caught with a phone, you'll be given a 0 no matter what. And I did sign that, so that's where it's my fault, right? But because it was so dumb, like you're basically punishing someone that had no intention to cheat. And because it was just so dumb, I had to fight that. And it took me 4 months of fighting. I talked to the dean, I talked to the Senate, both denied my appeal. That was in August, I got my appeal denied. And those 4 months were a dreadful 4 months. I was this close to, being on track. I guess not necessarily achieving my goal, but I was this close to being on track, and it just all came crashing down. Yeah, I was just upset. Like, it was my last exam. It was my last exam. I have a 5-year history of not cheating, and they still booked me. But yeah, that's that. So because of that situation, I was forced to really sit with my emotions. In fact, I made the conscious decision to, I'm going to delete Instagram. I'm going to, try to be off my phone as much as I can and, let the sadness sink in. As depressing as it sounds, I just had to do it. Because if I didn't do that, I probably still wouldn't have gotten over it till this day. Yeah, I sat with the emotions, and that was, I guess, one of the biggest business moves to handle the situation, because it really allowed me to see this unlucky scenario as a lucky scenario. As weird as it sounds, or maybe even corny. Because I chose to sit with my emotions, I really, really destroyed myself. Like, I really beat the shit out of myself. And because of that, because I destroyed myself, it gave me the opportunity to build myself again. That's why I think I'm lucky, because I had the opportunity to build myself anew. I guess in my past life, I was following a vision that wasn't really given to me, like the Canadian and the American dream, what most people call it. That was a dream given to me. I didn't choose that dream for myself. And basically, for those of you that don't know, is you go to school, study as hard as you can, get good grades, go to uni, and graduate from uni, get a job, and live happily ever after. That was a dream given to me. But because I destroyed myself, destroyed that dream. Actually, they destroyed that. I destroyed myself, but they started the destruction. And because I destroyed myself, it allowed me to build myself anew with new ambitions, new dreams, and I guess a dream that's just more tailored to me and what I want from life. And I still want to do physiotherapy, but it's just a stepping stone for what I want. It doesn't sound bad, but as weird as it sounds, like, it's just a stepping stone for what I want. Part of my new ambitions, or what my new dream, is to build a nice community. And that's part of the reason why I share this story, actually, because there's definitely other people that have been in such a scenario, whether it's with dealing with the police, the law, or like even in school. Because what I'm noticing with the way things are going is that innocent people just tend to be bullied for no reason, because they know we won't do shit. But I'm digressing. Part of the new vision is to build a community and, just reshape society and, rethink what we want. And the reason why I really want to build a community is just, look at the world we live in. Like, look at, especially my generation, Gen Z, I'm talking to you. We can't even make eye contact with one another. So many times I'm walking down the streets, I'm staring at someone, and everyone's just on their phones. They're like just trying to distract themselves with something. I don't know. But I want to build a community where people aren't afraid to talk to one another. The sense of community, especially here in the GTA, is really lacking. Especially amongst my generation in the GTA, is really, really lacking. Everyone just seems to be in their own world, and they don't really care about the community they're in. And I want to change that. I want to, first of all, there's no third spaces for us, so I want to build my own third space, And that's part of the reason That's why I said that physiotherapy was a stepping stone, because I want to use the funds from my work as a physiotherapist to build this sort of infrastructure. Yeah, just build a community for my generation. That's one of the goals I want to do. This YouTube channel is also part of that goal because it expands my reach. Yeah, so thank you to Western, thank you to the Senate, thank you to the Dean for denying my appeal. It gave me a cool ability to spin an unlucky scenario to a lucky one. That just doesn't apply to this situation. It applies to whatever mishap I have. If it's bad, even though I may feel it in the present moment, a couple years down the road, or a couple months, couple weeks, or however amount of time I need to get over it, I'll spin it into a good scenario. And that's one of the abilities that the situation has given me.
Hello, government.
So clearly it's a new day since I've last filmed footage. You couldn't tell by this fresh retwist and haircut. Shout out Danielle, she did my hair and it looks really, really nice. Sorry, the kid's really feeling himself. But originally I wanted to end the video where I did. I'm realizing while editing that I've gained more on top of the ability to just see the good out of bad situations. And within that ability, I was forced to redream. So thanks to the Dean and Senate for that as well. Being forced to reimagine myself, I was able to cook up bigger ambitions than before. Like before, I just wanted to work a 9 to 5 and call it a day. But because of this situation, I'm realizing that there's more to life than just, working a 9 to 5. You can really create whatever you want in this world. Like, as long as you have dreams and you really believe in those dreams, then the world is your oyster. Yeah, this YouTube channel is part of that creative process, and I'd love to have you guys tag along to see some of these ambitions I've cooked up for myself. I won't yap and ramble much longer. Thank you for those of you that watch this point. I'm really surprised. I talk really slow and I can sound really boring at times. So if you watched until this point, thank you. And shout out to my mom, my brothers, and my dad, and also the gang, Malik, Gid, Jamal, Michael. You know it is. Just shout out my boys. But yeah, thanks again for listening. Bye.
Drink for that.